Has this ever happened to you? Stuck in this situation where you don't know if you want to chip for a tier 5 or a tier 6? It happens to many of us, and even the top players have to stop for a second to think about the situation. In one of my previous videos, I discussed win conditions, what they do, how to best use them, and the different scenarios they apply to. But that doesn't really answer the topic we are discussing in this video. And that topic is, what exactly do I triple into? A tier 5 or a tier 6? Each has their own fair share of great cards to discover, and terrible cards that you don't want to see. So, to mitigate the risk, even if you do get terrible choices, you have to consider the following when you choose what to triple into. Number 1. What tribes are in the game? Number 2. What is your situation, i.e. your health, your board, your opponent's board, and what turn is it? And number 3. Just what exactly are you looking for? So let's look at the footage again and analyze the correct choice. We got a triple Legion Overseer, and it costs 8 gold to upgrade, meaning we have to forego 1 gold. The tribes in the game are dragons, demons, quillboars, nagas, and elementals. Looking at the tribes, dragons, quillboars, and nagas don't really have a great card at tier 5 for us. Elementals does have Nomi and Lil Rag, but we're not in a great position to go for either one of them. Demons have Insatiable Urzul, but what we really want is the famished Firebat. We got 29 health, decently healthy. It's still turn 9, which means we probably aren't going to take a full 30 damage. We are in the paid actor lobby, so there's a good shot we face a dead guy after we lose this one. Since our hero power is at 2, and even if we do miss our triple, spoilers we do, we can try again for a better win condition. Spoilers, we get it. Here's what you gotta keep in mind. You gotta figure out what you want to do with the minions that you have right now. Even if I didn't find Firebat, I can still try to find multiple Insatiable Urzuls. Sitting at tier 4 with a tier 5 Discover is not going to do a whole lot for me. Now, to break it down, let's go through all of the questions I asked for. Number 1. What are the tribes in the game? Demons, which has a tier 6 I want. Dragons, quillboars, and nagas, all of whom have tier 6 win conditions. And elementals, who have good tier 5s, but we're in a tough situation to go with those win conditions. Even if the elemental tier 5s were ideal, there's a high chance that we won't find them. Number 2. What is my situation? I have 29 health, fairly healthy. We're in the lobby with a dead guy, which gives us a chance to have a free fight next turn. Millhouse may beat us, but we are decently strong to mitigate most of the damage. We will activate our hero power in the next 2 turns, giving us a backup option if we miss our Discover. And number 3, what are we looking for? We're looking for famished Firebat. If we miss on that, Imp Mama is okay too. If we miss on both of them, I don't mind finding Manta Queen. Dark Gaze is okay since we got 2 quillboars on the board, and I don't want to sit too long in tier 5, since we want to use our hero power to find higher tier minions, and there's nothing in tier 4 that I really want. These are the kind of questions I normally ask myself whenever I make a decision. So let's go look into another situation. Now this is a much different game. I'm mutinous, I'm low on health, there's a dead opponent, so that means there's no longer a damage cap. I'm playing Murlocs, I see 2 triples, it's turn 9, it costs 8 gold to upgrade, I got 10 gold, and my quest is Wondrous Wisdom Ball. Let's analyze exactly why I want to go for 2 tier 5s. 21 health could very well mean that I can die if I lose 2 or more fights. Going for multiple tier 6s is risky, especially since I have a dead opponent in my lobby. Murlocs pretty much only need Brand Bronzebeard to really get going. Young Murkeye, Murlocs' tier 6 minion, also isn't exactly powerful without him. Transitioning into a certain build such as Pirates, Quillboars, or Dragons is doable, since I'm able to transfer the stats that I have into various other win conditions, but it's still very difficult to accomplish. Since I only got 10 gold and it costs 8 to upgrade, I'll have 1 tier 6 for the time being. Unless that tier 6 is Slysssa or Chagra, there's no immediate tempo. And lastly, my quest is Wisdom Ball. There's a good chance that I can just reroll into getting more triples, or finding Bran, or anything else I may need. I don't need to play the high risk game. So to go back to my previous 3 questions, number 1, what tribes are in the game? Murlocs, Beasts, Pirates, Quillboars, and Dragons. Number 2, what is my situation? Got low health, a mediocre board, my opponent is still at tier 4, but is Bigglesworth, so he has no hero power yet. And it's turn 9. And number 3, just what exactly are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for Bran. Just Bran. And with that decision to stay at tier 4 and tripling to find Bran, I managed to make a comeback from my low health and win the lobby. All because I assessed my situation and thought hard on what I really needed. Now let's look at one more situation, one that involves multiple triples. On Malygos, I somehow managed to get to tier 5 with 40 health, and as you can see, I got multiple pairs. I want to quickly discuss why I'm going for multiple tier 6s instead of multiple tier 5s. I'm already expecting to lose the next fight. If I got multiple tier 5s, I may win the fight, but it'd be a tempo move. Since the tribes are Nagas, Dragons, Beast, Mechs, and Elementals, there are both good tier 5 minions and tier 6 minions. However, since I am getting 3 and potentially more triples, I really want to work on a build that has the highest ceiling for stats. Nagas and Dragons have 2 cards that are great to have multiple copies of. Mechs tier 5s are mediocre and would do much better with a tier 6. While elemental scaling cards are on tier 5, Lieutenant Gar and Gentle Genie are great support for either of them. It's good to find them while we're looking for Nomi or Lil Rag. Beast is the only strange ones, and that's because their tier 6 win condition requires me to have multiple specific cards to get their endgame build. However, despite that, when taking into account the other tribes in the game, I think it's best to go for tier 6s. Even if I do lose or get low, I can see myself scaling quite fast to win the game. I hope this clarifies a lot on trying to decide between getting a tier 5 or a tier 6. Making this decision is one of the more nuanced aspects of the game. It's something that every player should know, especially if you want to consistently win your games and gain more MMR. Sometimes it takes some intuition and game sense to get the right feel for it. But I'm sure with this video, it should give you a good idea on what you should be thinking of when making your decision. Thank you all for watching. Please give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in coaching, just for $12 an hour, I can coach you on anything you need to know about Battlegrounds through Metafy or WeCoach. And also, if you like my videos, please consider donating to my Ko-fi so I can keep making them. And if you want to know what I'm working on next, or just my thoughts on the current state of Battlegrounds, please follow my Twitter. See you all next time and hope to see you all climb.